you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hoosiers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week, and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And they're starting to bring some noise here on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Just keep slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Johnson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And throws off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Sun Devils will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Now, the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Dickens. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Caught near the sticks. It's Barker. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Caught in the backfield, it's Dickens. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense jumps on it, and they get turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Fox. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end now in motion. Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To throw, it's Baker. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Got his man downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Finds the tight end. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Using his legs, it's Dickens. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Phillips. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Baker. Dances away. That's caught. It's Beebe. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got room on the return. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Dickens. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air, it's Baker. Snagged in the middle, it's Tuggle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Makes the grab down the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
The Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Baker. The sure hands. It's Dickens. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Dickens. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Let's it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Illinois is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 17 over New Mexico State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Finds his man. It's Brown. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, he'll throw it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Just going to keep it after the snap. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Odom. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Levitt. Got it behind the line, it's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Hamilton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers. They're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the 1st down. A little bit short, but what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Finds his tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Dickens. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Going to swing it on second down. This time he's got his man.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Creates a little space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Hoosiers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Harrisonburg, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got a man. It's Phillips. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Fires to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw again. Grab near the sticks. It's Tuggle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Baker. On target. Not down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Pressure coming. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll move the tight end. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Indiana.
Here comes the two-point try.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Indiana, 13.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Sun Devils racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Brings up second down.
Buying some time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Good enough for first down.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Spins away from the defense. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Levin. Caught over the middle, it's Butler. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
At the 16-yard line. Second down coming up.
The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Hamilton.
The pass on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. Marked out of bounds at the 14-yard line. First down for the offense.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at our front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.